It's story time. This is one of my favorite pictures ever. Me, Chris, and Ty. This is about 10 years ago. There's Ty in the middle with his backpack and then Chris to the right. This is the story of one of the best days of my entire life and one of the days that I have felt the most loved, my bachelor party. Now, y'all have done those love language things. I don't know if you have or not, but there's like 5 love languages. There's like quality time, gift receiving or gift giving, acts of service, words of affirmation, physical touch. Okay, those are like the 5 love languages. For receiving, mine are gifts and words of affirmation and quality time with people that I love, right? That's like a third. And I love being surprised, right? It's a gift. My wife and I each had 8 people in our wedding party, my 2 brothers and then 6 of my best friends. So it was a big bachelor party. My brothers are my best men, both of them. I asked them to split it. And so they were in charge of planning my bachelor party and they said, what do you want? And I said, listen, I want to go to Chicago. I want it to be 2 nights, be Friday night and Saturday into Saturday night. That's it. Friday night, we go to Chris and Ty's like dingy apartment, 10 dudes just like crammed in there. And it was a small place, probably about the size of, honestly, probably the size of like my whole stream room. My buddy, who's an incredible musician, shows up, play any song you want, emo, country, whatever, doesn't matter. We're having some brewskis, we're sharing stories, we're laughing, we're having fun. Everyone's above the age of 21, of course. My buddy brings out the guitar and we're singing songs like until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. We're all chilling, having a good time, a lot of good conversations. And I'm with like the people in my life I love the most. Next morning, we get up at like 7 a.m., right? And we're driving to the train station. I know we're gonna go downtown, but I don't know what we're doing the whole day. We get on the train. And at the time, I wasn't that into bourbon, I was into scotch. And my brothers pull out a bottle of Balvenie 12. And there's like 12 of us on this trip. So we're just having some sips on the train on the way to Chicago. We get there, we go to this unbelievably cool coffee breakfast place, right? Get an omelet, we're chilling, having a good time, Bloody Mary, cup of coffee. Start walking around downtown Chicago and it's just like me and my boys, dude, right? Me and my best buds catching up, laughing. I'm just like having the time of my life, right? So it's like 11 o'clock and we head to Goose Island and do a brewery tour. And we go on it's unbelievable. They do this whole special thing. This is my bachelor party. They're giving us extra beer pours and having a blast. But again, everybody's just kind of keeping it low key because it's going to be a long day. We started having a little scotch at 7 or 8 a.m. So it's going to be a long day. So everyone's being responsible for real. Some of my best friends hadn't known each other yet. So they're getting to know each other and they're roasting me. Then we get a really good lunch at Goose Island. I think I had like a pulled pork sandwich. It was perfect. After that, we walk around some more and that took a couple of hours. We go to this place called the Map Room, which is like one of my favorite bars in Chicago. Top 4 for sure. Now it's 5 o'clock. Okay. And my brothers look at me and they're like, all right, man, it's time to go back to the hotel. And I'm like, what? It is not time to go back to the hotel. It is 5 o'clock on a Saturday night at my bachelor party. They're like, no, dude, like we're going to go to the hotel. We're going to cater in and just kind of hang out and enjoy each other's company. And I'm like, no, we've been doing that all day long. Like, that's what we've been doing all day. We're just going to go do it somewhere else now. They're like, no, just trust. I mean, just trust. Like it's low key. It's been an expensive day. Like, let's just go back to the hotel. Just trust us. Right. So I'm like, all right. I'm like trying not to be crabby. I had the best day of my life. If it ended now, it's fine. Don't be ungrateful. Like, let's go back. So we go to the hotel. So we bring our bags up to our rooms, right? Chris and Ty are like, hey man, we got to go back down. Your friend forgot something. So we got to go back down and get it. And I was like, okay. So we go back down the lobby and outside of the hotel is this massive limo. And I was like, is that for us? And they're like, pull out this other bottle of Balvenie 12 and we hop in the limo. And now it's just me and the boys in a limo with my favorite scotch. And the limo driver goes, they have the limo for the next 5 hours. Where do you want to go? And I'm like, what do you mean where I want to go? My brother's like, we don't really have plans now. It's like, what do you want to do? And it's like, well, let's just drive around downtown Chicago in a limo with our scotch with the windows down. So we did that. We're jamming, having fun, having an absolute blast in this limo. Hey, let's go to this bar, right? So we just get out, we go to this bar and I walk in and I looked at the bartender and I was like, it's my bachelor party. He's like, dude, that's awesome. And he's like, you guys seem pretty cool. You've been out a long time today. I was like, we've been out all day. He's like, man, that's kind of cool. Usually I get annoyed at bachelor parties, but you guys seem great. And I was like, we're kind of hungry. And he's like, our kitchen's closed, but you know what? For you guys, order the next door pizza. It's some of the best pizza in Chicago. Bring it on by. So we go to P Quads, which is my favorite deep dish pizza place. Bring it over and we sit there for like an hour and a half, get back in the limo, drive around some more. And we're out until like, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, driving around Chicago limo, stopping at random places that we liked and hanging out. I woke up the next morning at like 8 o'clock in the morning, pretty early after a bachelor party, I'd say. Got breakfast with my very best friend, who was the only other person awake. Went home, went to mass. And there was just something about the magic of the surprise. The limo was so cool. Being with the people I love the absolute most. This picture was not staged. None of us knew they were taking this. This is just the vibe of the whole 2 days. That's why it's my favorite picture. It was a low-key, unbelievable time. And that's the story of one of the best days of my life, a bachelor party.